Welcome to Corralejo. Today we've got an absolutely gorgeous top floor corner penthouse to show you. It's a 3-bedroom apartment here in Semiramis with clear views across Corralejo and out to Lobos Island. As always, all the details are on goldacreestates.com, or you can click the link here on YouTube to see this web listing now. Okay, so just a quick shot from the drone really. Just a clear view across the hotels here and Corralejo to Lobos Island. That's Lanzarote in the distance. And here are the apartments of Semiramis. Just eyes down now. Here is a top floor penthouse corner position. And you can actually just see the rooftop terrace here from this position. This panning back out again to give you a little bit more of an overview. That's the North Shore in the background. You can literally just walk out down to Majaniche if you like there. Again, Lanzarote in the distance. It really is a fantastic position in Semiramis because you feel like you're a little bit out of town, elevated position overlooking Corralejo, but you can walk into town and all the local amenities are literally on your doorstep. So it's a phenomenal position, and you can see out now to the sand dunes. Okay, well, we've just come in the front door, literally up the elevator here and into this beautiful hallway. First thing I have to mention, just look at the floors. Beautiful solid wood parquet floors, and you've got this lovely sort of atrium feel as you're going up the stairs, and that goes to the rooftop terrace as well, where we were earlier on. But first, let me show you the living room. Really quite spacious. Loads of space here to sit out and enjoy. So just coming through, as you can see here, lovely sofa area, big TV here on the right-hand side, quite a comfortable area. And then on this side here, look, a huge, more formal internal glass dining table area for 6 people, if you like, between 4 and 6. You've always got a view then out to your terrace as well and the distant sea views. And then just coming and stepping out onto this balcony area here. Firstly, this is actually a corner position. There's no neighbours immediately here. And it's really quite a lovely sort of modern feature here with these pillars. And then you've got a clear view out to the water park and to the Atlantic Ocean from here. Just coming back then through the lounge and to show you the kitchen now. It's a fantastic kitchen because it is completely independent. And you do have these very high gloss tiles, floor to ceiling, loads of space for the fridge freezer here. And look at this countertop. It's a natural granite top here. And then you do have these modern appliances, extractor hob and oven. And then on the other side here, look, more space for your display cabinets, dishwashing machine here as well. Of course, there's extra countertop as well. And then just across the hallway, you do have this lovely modern shower room. Again, it's a floating WC, lovely floors there in that slate grey style, a one-piece white shower tray there, tiled floor to ceiling, and it does have a cascade shower. Loads of LED downlights as well. Well, time to show you now the first double guest bedroom. Again, it's a lovely size, this coming through, really beautiful wallpaper. I've been told it's a Swedish design, lovely in soft blues and whites here. There's actually space, look, for a little table, your double bed, side chest of drawers here. There is also a built-in wardrobe there. And then look at this, you have your own little balcony terrace, and that's what's providing loads of fresh air and natural ventilation through here. You do have glimpses out towards the Atlantic Ocean. Coming back through the lounge to show you the next accommodation, but first you've actually got a really large built-in wardrobe here, and then you've got the second guest bedroom. Again, it's another double. As you can see, you've actually got your own window here for fresh air and ventilation. Lovely mirror there on the wall. It's a lovely soft shade of green here, but loads of space, tall ceilings. Now for the bathroom. Just look at this, an absolutely gorgeous modern bathroom conversion. Firstly, really light non-slip grey slate style of flooring here and slate on the walls as well. Very modern feeling here. Huge dripping mirror, and of course this lovely floating drawer unit and this gorgeous sink. Loads of LED recessed lighting. On the right here you do have a floating toilet with this recessed cistern, and then we've got a little surprise for you. Here is an inbuilt shower unit with jet sprays that you can control, and inside the radio. And just look at this, the real feature of this whole bathroom. There's a beautiful freestanding bath, look, with the tap just here. And just imagine you're lying in the bathtub, just relaxing and looking out the window here. You've got views to Lobos Island. Just come up the stairs now to the rooftop terrace. Firstly, you can see glimpses of the volcano here, but this as a terrace area has just been covered over, creating a really useful a washing area for your clothes, of course, or as maybe even as a second kitchen upstairs if you like. And then just coming out through the terrace doors here, look, you're out onto your private terrace. Now it's really a lovely position, this, because it is a corner position, as we said earlier on, so you've got no immediate neighbours there. But look at the size of this terrace that you've got. You've got loads of morning and afternoon sunshine on this side because you're facing down to the Atlantic Ocean. Even this little area here as well. Really quite a lot of private space. And just while we're up here, I can actually see all the way down across the national park, if you like, to Red Mountain. That's actually Campanario shopping centre in the distance. Of course, that's the Atlantic Ocean. And Lobos Island itself and the Bocaina Straits. Really phenomenal views from here. And upstairs here on the rooftop terrace, they've actually created another room. You can see by the wooden ceilings and the wooden pergola that this has been an add-on later on. Loads of space here, I've got to say. It's really quite a long room. And that's because you've actually got, look, views out to the west on this side and views out through the other window to the clock tower of Campanario in the Atlantic Ocean. And just on the other side of the roof terrace from that room is another bathroom that they've created, which is great because if you've got visiting friends and family, you know, it's really lovely to have that extra bathroom. And look at this, high gloss tiles, you've got the WC floating sink here as well, full bath and a cascade shower. Hopefully that was a helpful video. Just a couple of points from me really. First thing, I haven't actually mentioned that this property actually has an underground garage. So on the basement level where the garaging area is, you actually have a private car parking space, and there's an actual lift that takes you from that space and stairs as well up to this level. And we are on the second floor here. So that's a really unique selling point. If you do need a lift, there are very, very few buildings here in Corralejo that actually have lifts. So that's a great thing to have as well. But really for me, I just love these floors. I love the layout of this property. It is an apartment, but it feels very, very much bigger than that. And because you have several different areas to enjoy. One of the bedrooms has its own little balcony terrace. You actually have a lovely dining terrace out from this lounge area. Of course, you've got that gorgeous new modern bathroom with that lovely freestanding bathtub that looks out to Lobos, and an independent kitchen, and these internal stairs that lead you up to the rooftop terrace. And the rooftop terrace is so huge, the fact that they've actually created additional accommodation up there and another bathroom really doesn't detract from the space that you actually have up there. And the other thing I'd just like to say is that this position, you feel like you're just outside of town, overlooking everybody out towards the ocean. But of course, you're in walking distance of everything. And downstairs, there's actually a couple of locales or shops and services available literally on the ground floor here in Semiramis. Now, all the details, of course, are always on goldacreestates.com. You can click the link now on YouTube and it should take you directly to this web listing. And we look forward to seeing you soon.